Hey, what's going on, everybody? One of my subscribers hit me up, and they wanted my opinion on this whole Willow Smith laying in the bed with this 20-year-old. I think it was a cat used to play on the Hannah Montana show. I don't know who the guy is, and I wasn't even going to talk about this subject because, to be honest with you, I really don't give a shit. But I figured, alright, somebody wanted my opinion on it, I'll come out here and give my opinion. But, I did look at the picture. And I have kind of a 50-50 type of mindset on it, because it's part of me that's saying not necessarily the fact that she's laying in the bed with the guy and he has his shirt off and he's 20 years old, but it's more or less, why haven't Jada and Will Smith sat down with their daughter and made her realize that a lot of things that normal kids her age does, you cannot do. And then there's a part of me that's saying people are putting too much on this picture. Now, I believe Jada and Will Smith live out in L.A. I believe they live in the Hollywood Hills area somewhere. And for you guys that don't live in L.A., it was extremely hot last week. I mean, from Monday all the way until I say about maybe Sunday, which it got a little windy. It was really hot, and it was a good 80-something degrees. And usually in LA, all temperature stays about, maybe about, I say 74 to maybe 79 degrees, which is a pretty cool temperature, where it's not too hot and it's not too cold. But every now and then, we'll creep up in the 80s or sometimes even the 90s. But they could have been at a pool party or something. I believe this picture was taken last week. It could have been at a pool party. It could have been a hot day. Like I said, in L.A., it was really hot last week. It could have been a hot day. He had his shirt off. Hell, I had my shirt off last week. And they could have just been laying down, chopping it up, chilling, whatever, having a conversation. And somebody snapped a picture of them. They weren't doing anything inappropriate. They weren't having sex. It wasn't no pornographic shit going on, nothing like that. It was just a picture that was taken, maybe on a hot day, or maybe they just got out the pool or whatever, and the guy had his shirt off. So I think a lot of people are putting too much on this picture and they're making it something that is not. They're trying to make it some a pedophile type of issue, or they're trying to say that Willow Smith is sleeping around and, popping it open for a grown-ass man. I don't think it's any of that, because to be honest with you, Jada and Will, I have my issues with some of the things that, Will Smith does, but they seem like very good parents. They seem like they had their head on straight when it comes to parenting. They seem like together, collectively, they do a good job. So I know that they wouldn't allow any inappropriate things to go on with their children. That, I'm pretty confident in. But then there's another side of me, like I say, I'm 50-50 with this, where you look at the picture and the guy does have his shirt off, and I don't think that Willow Smith, and probably the guy too, really understand that you can't do certain things that the normal person their age would do, because everything you do when you're in the public eye is going to be twist and turn, and viewers are looking at just the picture alone. They don't know what happened before the picture was taken. They don't know what they were talking about. They don't even know why they were even laying in the bed like that. They don't know anything. All they're going off is simply the picture alone. So when you look at the picture alone, a lot of people might suspect things, but then that's just people trying to throw certain negativity on certain issues and certain pictures and so on and so on. But I think that Willow Smith and her parents need to sit her down and say, hey, some of the things that you do, like taking pictures or doing certain provocative moves in pictures, or whatever, even when you on like a video shoot or whatever like that, everything you do, you have to watch, because you're in the public eye. A lot of people talk about how they want fame and they want fortune and all that, but there's a price to all that. Anybody who is in the entertainment industry, you are going to be exploited. There's no ways around it. What you do is you want to be compensated for it. You want to get that money for your life being out there in the public eye, but there's no way around that. So something that Willow Smith does will be thrown all out of context, where it's like the child that nobody knows might have did it. It's like, okay, whatever. It's not really that big of a deal. So I just think that her parents need to really sit her down and say, hey, you know, you have to watch what you do. You have to watch what you say. You know, something that might be harmless to you and harmless to us, other people outside of our family or outside of our inner circle will take it in a wrong way. And they might be close friends. They might have just been, like I said, chilling, having a good time. You know, hot ass day, he had his shirt off or whatever, and she was just, you know, she was laying there. So these are just things that I think that Willow Smith has to take into consideration, and her parents need to school her on it, because you can't do everything that you see other people doing when you're in the public eye. You can't do everything that other people do when you're black in America. So these are things that you just have to know. And with her being a young black girl and her being in the public eye, you know, and her parents are well-known celebrities, you know, you have to watch everything that you do. You can't do everything that comes to your mind. You have to think about your parents. You have to think about your image alone. So, I mean, that's the way I felt about it. You know, I didn't really go at her head about anything. You know, like I said, you're going to take pictures. Be smart about it. Put a goddamn shirt on. Because the minute people see things like that, they're going to take it, they're going to twist it around. You got old-ass guys out here that like little girls, and women. You got women out here that, you know, like little boys and little girls, and they try to take certain things and twist it around or try to get their rocks off with their sick ass fantasies. You got guys around here, you know, old ass men beating their meat off to little girls and shit. So this is the world we live in, and you have to be careful with the type of images and things that you display out here in the public eye. But that's my opinion on it. You guys can give me your opinion on it. I'll try to leave a link in the description box for you guys to read on the article. But hey, I mean, you gotta watch what you do out here, because people do have their eyes on you, especially if you're in the public eye. But I'm out.